Welcome to the Call to Cinema. My name is Aaron, and wow, big announcement. I had planned to make a video directly after work, but extra work got in the way. So we're still working on the move eventually, whether it's like this year, next year from Morocco, but we're getting things ready. So today, what we did was, and I'll get to the big announcement. Um, we got one of these big cases that holds 1,000 DVDs or Blu-rays, and they're double-sided sleeves, and you put them all in. So we did a full case of those, 1,000. Hey there, Adrian. Hey, Christine. Hey, Danuch. I pre-ordered mine too. I pre-ordered mine before it was officially announced. I'm not even joking. There wasn't even a picture for the series, for the box set. I did mine on Amazon. I know a lot of you here are from the U.S., so you'll be able to do yours on Shout Factory. Hey there, Mary. And hey, well, Hilton. Hey, Trini. But it was cheaper for me to go through Amazon. So that's what I had to say. It was cheaper for me to go through Amazon Canada. Like I didn't need. Hey, Chris. I didn't need the post. The poster's great, and the lithograph is amazing too. And I'm a huge Friday the 13th fan, so you think that I would be grabbing that. But with the exchange rate, it's around 156, I think, American, which is going to come down to over 200 or close to 200 Canadian. Here's another must-have. Hey there, Alan. But it's 150, 146, I think, Canadian, with taxes in, it's 160 something through Amazon.ca. So I ordered it the second that it was announced. Hey there, Christian. So basically, like Down the Disc broke the news. So shout out to Down the Disc, great site. Got a great Facebook page, great Twitter, and part 7 is the one that's missing the most footage. Hey there, George. But Down to the Disc is the one that broke the broke news. It's been rumored. We've seen leaks go online, and we were kind of wondering exactly where they were going to go with it. We don't know all the features yet. We do know a lot. So before I open up the stuff here, I'm going to actually go in. We're going to look at the features on this here on the set. It's 16 discs, by the way, 16 Blu-ray discs. So all 12 films, and there's 2 bonus discs. And it's the set is amazing. It's massive. So for those that don't know, we're talking about the Friday the 13th announcement by Scream Factory tonight. There's a couple other things announced, a couple steel books, one for a gorgeous looking one for Pumpkinhead, and a great one from Motel Hell, which is fantastic, and Terror in the Isles. But I think we're all here because of the big Friday 13th announcement. So before I get into it and show my other stuff, so hey there, Deathbound. Well, here's the thing. This kind of broke broke their site. Like temporarily broke their site. Basically, there was originally only going to be 1,300, so 1,313, so 1,313 posters and 13 and lithographs. That's how many box sets that was the sweet spot for box sets that were going to have the poster and lithograph. However, they didn't realize how popular it was going to be. And what does that mean? Well, what it means to us is that they upped that from 1,313, hey there, Alan, to 7,000. So the first 7,000 copies of the Friday 13th set is going to have the poster and the lithograph. That's how big of a response that they got. And it is massive. I'm going to see, I like this on my phone, so I'm going to see if you can actually see this at all. Okay, hold on. But anyway, that's just you know where to find it. But let's go through the features that are available. Hey there, Jar. That are available so far. Uh, because, okay, if you bought it from Shout Factory, uh, what's going to be exclusive to the Shout Factory one? I'm going to keep my copy. I'm going to show you my copy of the older set, the one that I got. Well, the two that I got. I'll explain. Uh, and there's going to be an exclusive 36 by 24 lithograph. It's going to be ship rolled in a poster tube. Hey, there's Cinematech. There is going to be a 24 by 36 Friday the 13th 40th anniversary poster. I wanted to get it really bad. My better half was like, you're still going to have the set with all the stuff. So we won't go for that. It's just a bit expensive. And then I'll be getting the set. I'm getting it through Amazon though, because I couldn't afford to buy the set today. And there's the thing. So here's how it goes. So this 1 and 2 is the original Friday 13th, 1980 film. There's a new 4K scan of the original camera negative. There's a theatrical and unrated cut. The audio commentary with director Sean S. Cunningham, screenwriter Victor Miller, and more is on the unrated cut. Fresh cuts, new tales from Friday 13th, The Man Beyond the Legacy, Sean S. Cunningham, a Friday 13th reunion. When it's a new feature, I will actually signify that it's a new feature. More than likely, yeah, because it's been going like crazy, man. A Friday 13th reunion, Lost Tales from Camp Blood, Part 1. This is new to the set, and this might not be a big deal to some people, but as a guy that grew up with this is an amazingly huge deal to me, and it's probably my favorite one it's not on Amazon US. It was on Amazon Canada before it was announced, actually, and I'll make sure afterwards mine actually has gone through. But vintage Fangoria magazine articles are going to be on the basically you can read. And that might not seem like a big deal, but Friday the 13th is a film series that literally was made for Fangoria, and they kind of walked hand in hand together. So that's huge for me. New to the set are TV spots. There's radio spots, S radio spots, and K radio spots are both new to the set. There's a theatrical trailer, and there's an international theatrical trailer that's new to the set as well. Hey there, Lewis. Disc 3 has Friday the 13th Part 2, done in 1981. Again, it's a new 4K scan on from the original camera negative. We got an Amy Steele podcast interview, Inside Crystal Lake Memories, the book, Friday Legacies Horror Conventions, Lost Tales from Camp Blood Part 2. Again, more Fangoria magazine articles. I'm guessing for the second film. I remember reading these when I was young, with a bought up like copy of Fangoria that would be in my back pocket. So this is a big deal for me. The original endings Part 2. Was there a different ending for Part 2? Radio spots new to the set, of course. TV spots new to the set. Theatrical trailer. Okay, now disc 4, Friday 13th Part 3, is where there's something I'm not sure about, and maybe you guys know, but so it's a new 4K scan from the original film elements, and it's in 2D and a new 3D version. Now I'm not quite sure if the 3D version means we're going to get a real 3D like we did the Amityville set, or because 3D TVs are not so prevalent right now, it's going to be upgraded version of the Anograph 3D. So I'm not quite sure. And if anybody knows for certain, or if we're going to get both of them, you definitely let me know. I have a 3D TV and a PSVR. So if it's real 3D, that's good for me. Audio commentary with actors Larry Zerner, Paul Kratka, Richard Brooker, and Dana Kimmel. Fresh cuts, 3D Terror, Legacy of the Mask, slasher films going for the jugular. Lost Tales from Camp Blood Part 3, more vintage Fangoria articles. I pre-ordered mine, Logan, from the, I did mine through Amazon, so we don't have to pay for it right now. By the way, Logan, just so you know, didn't forget the collaboration, still figuring out the tech part, because I'm a tech idiot. Just don't think I forgot you. Lost Tales from Camp Blood Part 3. Again, which is huge for me. Maybe it's only me. Let me know if it's only me. Vintage Fangoria articles for Part 3 as well. New TV spots, new radio spots, theatrical trailer. This 5 is again is Part 4. And we get another 4K scan of the original camera negative. Audio commentary with Joe Zito, screenwriter Barney Cohen, and editor Joe Goodman. An audio commentary with Adam Green and Joe Lynch. Of course, they do a podcast as well. Lost Tales from Camp Blood Part 4. Slash scenes with audio commentary by director Joseph Zito. Jason's Unlucky Day, 25 years after Friday 13th final chapter, The Lost Ending. That's the one with the mother in the bathtub. Do I have a favorite Friday 13th? As sad, as odd as it seems, probably Part 5. Like, I'll go back to it. It's not the best one, but the best Friday 13th, in my opinion, is Part 2. My favorite to watch, just because it's cheesy fun, is Part 5. Crystal Lake Massacres Revisited Part 1. Jimmy's Dead dance moves. Part 4 is the best done one. Yeah, and then Part 6, as in best filmed and best written ones. Again, more vintage Fangoria articles. I know it's probably, I'm the only geek that's going to like this. But that's a big thing for me. New TV spots, radio spots, theatrical trailer. Now we get to Part 6. And this is where it gets kind of neat. Hey, Andy. We get a new audio commentary in Part 6. So Melanie Kinnaman, Deborah Voorhees. Now this is Part 5, by the way, my favorite one. My least favorite, I'll get to that actually. And Tiffany Helm do a brand new audio commentary for Part 5. So I'm actually very excited about that. There's a second audio commentary, the other two of them there before, with director, co-screenwriter Danny Steinman, rest in peace, actors John Shepard and Shavar Rost. Audio commentary with fans, filmmakers Adam Green and Joe Lynch, which is new to the set, by the way. So they have a podcast. I can't remember the name of it, but I actually listened to it quite a bit. Now, Lost Tales from Camp Blood, Part 5. The Crystal Lake Massacres Revisited, Part 2. New Beginnings, The Making of Friday 13th, Part 5. Again, more vintage articles from Fango. New TV spots for the set. Well, TV spots new to the set. And I love the TV spots too. So that's going to be amazing. And theatrical trailer. Part 6, Jason Lives. Now, this is a favorite for a lot of people. This has a new commentary as well. So we're rolling it with the new commentaries here. And these aren't ones that didn't have commentaries. There's going to be 4 commentaries on Part 6. But there's a new one here with Thom Matthews, Vinny Gustafaro, Kiri Noonan, Cynthia Kania, and C.J. Graham. Of course, he got to play Jason in Part 6. There's another audio commentary with writer-director Tom McLaughlin. There's another audio commentary with Tom McLaughlin and actor Vincent Gustafaro and editor Bruce Green. And new to the set, there is, do I think there'll be a second release later on? I don't think so. I think this is going to be one of those like Halloween, where if you don't get it when you get it, it's going to go to print. With another Adam Green, Joe Lynch commentary. And they're really good, and they're really big fanboys of these films, so they'll do a good commentary. Lost Tales from Camp Blood, Part 6. Crystal Lake Massacres, Revisited Part 3. Jason Lives, The Making of Friday 13th, Part 6. Meeting Mr. Voorhees. Slash scenes, and again, more vintage Frango articles, which I don't see your comments, unfortunately, unless I'm looking up. So please tell me I'm not the only person excited about the Fangoria articles. TV spots new to the set and theatrical trailer. Disc 8. No music video with Alice Cooper. Now then again, you might want to tweet them about that, because maybe they can get it, because this isn't finalized yet. Bare bones 4K releases, there will be. That, without a doubt. But the set is, Logan, this is going to be the one to have. You're going to want the set. So Friday 13th, this is Disc 8 now, Part 7, The New Blood. So audio commentary with John Carl Buechler, again, rest in peace, and actor Kane Hodder. Another commentary with Buechler, Lar Park Lincoln and Kane Hodder. Jason's Destroyed, The Making of Friday 13th, Part 7. Mind Over Matter, The Truth with Telekinesis. Makeover by Maddie. Need a little touch-up work my ass slash scenes with introduction. Again, vintage Fangoria articles new to this one. Theatrical trailers and TV spots new to the set. So Friday the 13th, The New Blood looks to have the least so far when it comes to new stuff until we get to the later stuff. Part 9, we get Jason X Manhattan's got the auto commentary with Rob Hedden and auto commentary with actor Steve Reeves, Jensen Deckett, and Kane Hodder. There's New York has a problem with making of Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan, slash scenes, gag reel, theatrical trailer. The only thing really new to the set is the TV spots. Now, understand that if you've only had one of these sets before, there were different sets that had different features on them. But this set here will have every feature, that, as far as I can tell, from all the sets that have been released previously. If I've missed out on one of those, definitely feel free to let me know. Now, this is where people are going to get excited. This is going to be kind of like the producer's cut from Halloween. Remember that? So, Jason Goes to Hell, Disc 10 and Disc 11. See, I didn't like the 10. I didn't like the look of it. That's why I never got it. New 2K scan of the original film elements for the theatrical version, and a brand new 2K scan of the original film elements with HD inserts for the unrated version as well. So, for the very first time, the unrated version is going to have a Blu-ray release. Now, if you're unaware, the unrated version of Friday the 13th, Jason Goes to Hell is really the only version worth watching, and it's only ever been available on a DVD. And if you didn't have that DVD, then you missed out on it. So, but not anymore. So. New interviews with Sean Cunningham, Noel Cunningham, Adam Marcus, and Kane Hodder on this disc. New audio commentary with Adam Marcus and author Peter Brack. Don't not listen to the old commentary because it's hilarious, by the way. So audio commentary with Adam Marcus and screenwriter Dean Lorre's. Additional TV footage with new optional audio commentary with director Adam Marcus and author Peter Brack. Peter Brack is the guy that wrote Crystal Lake Memories. Electronic press kit new to the set. Theatrical trailer, and of course TV spots, which are again new to the set. So there you go. This is like this again. It's a big one. The unrated cut, like it's finally getting a HD remaster. It's going to be on Blu-ray. It's just got new commentaries, new interviews. They're really loading it up in the same way that they did the producer's cut in the Halloween set. Disc 12 is going to be Jason X. I actually am a fan of Jason X. I do like that one. Somebody asked me if that was my least favorite. It's not. But I'll tell you what my least favorite is. I'm coming to it. It is a great set, AME. Like that Halloween 15 set, everybody should have it. Jason S. has a new audio commentary with Kane Hodder, Todd Farmer, and Peter Brack. New interviews with Sean Cunningham, Noel Cunningham, Kane Hodder, Christy Angus, and Todd Farmer. Audio commentary with director Jim Isaacs, Todd Farmer, and producer Noel Cunningham. The Many Lives of Jason Voorhees, a documentary on the history of Jason. That's actually kind of fun. By Any Means Necessary, the making of Jason X. The EPK kit is new to the set. Theatrical trailer and new TV spots new to the set. Disc 13 is Freddy versus Jason, and that is, I know it's a fan favorite. It's not a favorite of mine. I didn't like it very much. I can watch it. It's a fun watch, but it's not a Friday the 13th movie, nor is that Jason, in my opinion, in the film. Oh, it is actually, Logan. It's priced extremely well. That's the thing. Especially for all that's there. And I haven't even got through it all yet. Auto commentary with director Ronnie Yu, Robert Englund, and Ken Kirzinger. 21 deleted alternate scenes, including opening and ending, with optional commentary. Behind the scenes coverage of the film's development. Visual effects exploration. My summer vacation, I visited Camp Hack and Slash. Pre-fight press conference. That's where they did the weigh-in, remember? At Bailey's Casino in Las Vegas. Original theatrical trailer. TV spots. This one has a music video. El Nino's How Can I Live? So, wow. Okay. Now we come to disc 14. And this is Friday the 13th. Hey there, ready? I'm guessing you pre-ordered on Amazon, right? Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do a NECA figure. It would have been like an easy one. So, again, like hacking back, slashing forward. Remember the groundbreaking original movie. Terror Trivia Track with picture-in-picture comments from the cast and crew. The Rebirth of Jason Voorhees to look at the making of. Additional slash scenes and the best 7 kills. Price at Amazon, I think it was 150, 146, 150, something like that. Came into 160 something with taxes and Indy. And by the way, the placeholder image on Amazon CA is hilarious. Disc 15 is the first bonus disc. So there's 2 bonus discs, and the bonus discs aren't. We don't know everything's gonna be on them. Oh, I love the Friday the 13th, the reboot, requel, whatever the hell it is, the 2009 one. So we got new interviews with composer Harry Manfredini, new location featurettes on parts 1 and 2. So I'm really excited about that. The Friday the 13th Chronicles, an 8-part featurette that was on like their first set that came out. Secrets Galore Behind the Gore, a 3-part featurette. Crystal Lake Victims Tell All. Tales from the Cutting Room Floor. I think that was on the first set. Like there was a set that came out called From Crystal Lake to Manhattan. It was in like a thin kind of like case type thing. You know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. And a lot of these featurettes are from that. The Friday the 13th Artifacts and Collectibles. Jason Forever Q&A with Ari Lehman, Warrington Gillette, CJ Graham, and Kane Hodder, and more to be announced in big black letters. The second disc has some cool stuff on it as well. And if you don't have these here, like some of these were 88 Films releases. For instance, Scream Queens, Horror Heroines Exposed. It was a 2014 like documentary, 78-minute documentary on Scream Queens. It was originally put out on the Slasher Classics collection for Graduation Day, the very first Slasher Classics that came out. If you don't have that, this is a fantastic way to get it. Slice and Dice, the Slasher Film Forever, is another 88 Films release that they put out on their own that I'm really excited to get here because I've only got the DVD of this one. And it's 75 minutes long. I'm a geek, so this is going to be like big for me. But there's a trailer reel with all 12 trailers like in a row. And I love the Friday 13 trailers. I've actually watched them on their own, like this. Friday 13, 2009 TV spots, Friday 13, 2009 EPK kit, so an electronic press kit, and more to be announced. So that is what we know thus far. And you know, just to let you know, because I was asked what's the price of it on here. Let's see, where's my pre-orders? Okay, let's go to Amazon CA. And then we'll find out. And then I will get back to talking to you guys about this stuff and the Friday 13th franchise and what I think are some of the other things that they could put on here. So I think that this here it's going to be an amazing set. Like with the features that are on there now, and there's more features coming up. So, you know, that's pretty incredible as well. So just to make sure my order is still there. So basically it says we'll email you when we have a delivery date for the Friday 13th set. The set with shipping included. I'll see if I can find out here. It doesn't say, but I'm trying to get to the set itself. It's got to be here somewhere because I know I got it from Amazon. Oh, $145.90. So excellent. So it's $145.90. The title says it's going to be released on they say October 13th. So I'll hopefully get it by then or shortly after. Okay, so I'm going to open up the comment section now, so guys. I apologize if I missed any of your comments, but I did want to go through the set to let you guys know. And some people said they weren't sure what was in the set. $1,000 for the Halloween set? Oh, I love my. Okay, I got to close this up again and try to open it up. And actually, I mentioned it to somebody. Actually, with this set. Hey there, Griff. With this Friday the 13th set, they've opened up the doors with New Line because they have we don't just have the Paramount like films. We got the New Line Friday the 13th films coming on this set as well, and that didn't go past me. With this set, it says unavailable on Amazon. On which one? Amazon CA? I got it ordered. Yes, was there a cat walking by me before? I probably took a photo bomb by one of my cats. They've opened up the doors to New Line, or better yet, the New Line has opened up the doors to them for the Friday the 13th films, including one that has their burnt character. Oh, it's definitely on CA, Entertainment Wizard. I actually went to it just a minute ago. You just put in Friday 13th collection. It comes up on the second page. And with the artwork and everything too. It's an Amazon bestseller with a pre-order price guarantee. There you go, right there. Look, that's what you're looking for. Hope that helps. The artwork's incredible. It is amazing, amazing artwork. I'm super stoked about this. I'm wondering if it's going to be, because everything's gone towards like the chipboard boxes now. Will they go with a chipboard box? Will they do it like the Halloween set? It's going to be interesting to see how it's done. $145 for that set is, in my opinion, anyways, a steal. I can't imagine anybody that likes Friday the 13th at all that's probably not buying this set. Is anybody here not buying it? Like, if anybody here not a fan, or maybe they're not a Friday 13th person. Because just to put it into perspective, that massive 16 disc set, 16 discs, Dave. So that's there's basically a couple of the films get 2 discs each. They're all Blu-ray discs, by the way, and there's 2 bonus discs. So that's that. Do I think it'll sell out before release date? I think it's going to sell extremely well. I definitely think that if, when it comes to like the posters and stuff, probably. I wish they'd sell the posters on their own, because I would definitely, I would definitely get it. I would definitely grab the posters like down the road, but I can't afford like $159 for like in American. You got to understand it's American cash, right? So this was the Friday the 13th Blu-ray set we've all had, the go-to, the $20 set. This one right here. So this is it. This is what we had before. This was now there was a steelbook set, but I'll be honest with you, I hated the steelbook set and the look of it so much. 100% I hated it so much. I prefer this. So if you want the Friday 13th movies to watch, that type of thing, definitely, it's fun. It's okay to have. But here's the thing. How many? Hold on. how many people here? Okay, bloody hell. So how many people here didn't get this set initially and either had to pay more money for it or really regretted it and ended up getting like the Walmart 10 disc set that had a lot less stuff? I'd say we'll get some like maybe a 4K release with like a few features, but not. So there you go. Don't make the same mistake that some of you may have made with this Halloween set. For me, I took some time off work, the job I was at the time, to wait at my future shop outside the door to order this set. And there's so much in this set. I will actually go through the set afterwards if you want me to, just to give you an idea of how the Friday the 13th set can look. I'm not sure if it's on Amazon UK, George. I mean, there's a few sites that it's on. There was an announcement. I know it's on Diabolique and a couple other sites. In a bubble mailer. But for me, for the longest time, it is imperative to the collection, Leroy. This was my Friday 13th set. This was my go-to. This was the bomb for me. They're also releasing Terror in the Aisles. Now I got that on the Halloween 2 Blu-ray disc. But the big, she was never brought back. It's just a fantasy in part 3, a dream sequence part 3. What's this saying? Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second, guys. Where's it going with this? Anybody? Anybody remember what I was saying before I kind of lost my train of thought? Oh, Terror in the Aisles. Thank you, Horror Cinema. Terror in the Aisles. So I got the Halloween 2 version of Terror in the Aisles. Now I've seen it. I saw it in theater when it originally came out, and I'm pretty sure that there might be a couple sequences that might be missing from Terror in the Aisles in the Halloween 2 edition of it. So it'd be interesting to see if those are put back into it. So that's going to be a big one. Yeah, that's right. Amazon doesn't charge till it ships. That's why I can get it right now. That's okay, man. That's perfectly fine. And it'll be interesting to see if they put any features on Terror in the Aisles. Because, yeah, that's right. Indy's exactly right. There are 2 versions of Terror in the Aisles. And I know that the one I initially saw had more scenes than was in the, or at least some different scenes than in the one I saw on my Halloween 2 set. That's the thing, Christine. It's going to look super sexy. So, if you do have the Halloween set, and this is a hard box. For some reason I pictured it being like a thinner box than it actually is. Imagine putting that amazing Friday 13th set right next to this, and knowing that, and I'm saying this, I'm calling it now. Scream Factory's worked with New Line to get the Friday the 13th set. Nightmare on Elm Street, that'll be next. It might be next year, it might be the year after, but they'll start working on it. And again, we will get, as far as I can tell, it's going to be the black cases again. So we're going to get these sexy black cases. So you Severin fans are going to be like super stoked about that. I'm so excited. My back's killing me, but I'm so excited from what I did earlier. Yeah, but for the longest time, this here was the set to have. Now, how big of of a Friday the 13th fan am I? I've got the I've got the NES video game. I have the I've also got the NES like NECA figure. My kids got it for me actually, and they got me the NES mask, the kind of the glow in the dark like NES like mask from Friday the 13th. And I do have another NECA figure up there, which is Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. I also have a Friday the 13th Part 2 figure here somewhere, which was an earlier one before they did those deluxe sets. And I have a Part 3 one as well with Richard Brooker. Rest in peace. One of my favorite Jasons in actuality is Richard Brooker. I think he really captures like the feel of Jason really well. Texas Chainsaw. Well, it's hard with Texas Chainsaw, Christine, because like obviously there's good Texas Chainsaw ones out there, but I guess getting them all together, it's the same thing. It's just getting them all together. Lionsgate is going to be the issue. I would love to see a Texas Chainsaw set. That's the big thing with me. Remember being a Friday the 13th game. It's an awesome game, especially when you go into the cave and like Jason and some others had is kind of floating around. Stoked, man. I love that game. I might actually play that tonight. See, Christine, when this happened, when Halloween box set happened from Scream Factory, it was all everything else could, it was, anything could happen, because what I'm holding in my hand here, this is a set that was never supposed to ever happen. There was too many companies involved. There were too many rights issues. They weren't going to get along. This here was something that would never actually happen, and it did. Obviously, it did. I'm holding it in my hand. I was stoked. I was like super excited when this was announced. They go to print usually because there's usually a limited run, Amy, on the amount that they can do. You have to understand that when they do like a set like this, for instance, they had to go with Anchor Bay and with Lionsgate and people like that because the rights for the Halloween series, for instance, was split up among a lot of other people. Hey, they're triple feature. So more than likely they had the rights to do these, but they had the rights to do them, for a certain length of time and probably for a certain amount. Like obviously Part 6, the producer's cut, it's been put out since on Blu-ray, but sans the features. So if you wanted the producer's cut with all the features, as far as I'm aware, then you had to buy this one right here. And in case you're kind of wondering, if you've ever bought the producer's cut on its own, you don't have the box set, and you're wondering is there that many features on the producer's cut? Is the box set really that much of a difference? That's the list of the features on the producer's cut of Halloween. That's insane. And yeah, almost everything here is like new features, audio commentaries, like behind the scenes. I'm so excited about the Friday the 13th set that I kind of want to go back and rewatch all the Halloween films. How are the commentaries on the Friday 13th set? I like them actually. Most of the commentaries. I'd have to go through the commentaries again. Like there's new commentaries. I'm really excited about the Joe Lynch commentaries. The Joe Lynch and what was the name of their podcast? The commentaries. I like the commentaries on these. Like it really depends on the people you got doing them, right? But the fact that they have so many fan commentaries, the Joe Lynch, Adam Green commentaries on the Friday 13th sets that are coming up, I'm super stoked about that. It's like when I get a Jello set. And all of a sudden you see there's a Rachel Nesbitt or a Kat Ellinger or a Heather Drain commentary on it. I know I'm there. I'm like, or Sam Deegan. Like I'm automatically I know it's gonna be a great commentary. I have no doubt that Joe Lynch and Adam Green's commentaries for the new Friday 13th that are going to knock it out of the park. It's going to be like an insanely crazy great way to do it. Physical media is definitely not dead, Bill. And here's one way to see it's not dead. What's what's the final chapter? Logan. I'm not sure if Logan's still here, but Logan's his final chapter, and most people's is either final chapter or part 6. It's not the best film in the series, and I will say that right now. But the part 5 is my favorite to watch over again. I just like it. It's a lot of nudity. I like John Shepard's version of Tommy Jarvis, and I don't like, as much as I love the actor Thom Matthews, I don't like his version of Tommy Jarvis. It doesn't fit and suit with the first two portrayals of the character. But if I was going to say like my favorite, what's the best? What do I think is the best film in the whole series is part 2. I think part 2 is the best film in the series. Part 2, 3, and 4 are solid, are super solid. My dad asked me that actually tonight, because he's like, how many box sets of Friday the 13th? Her name is Deborah Voorhees, actually. She's she's going to be like doing a commentary on a brand new commentary on part 5. And my dad was like, I can't believe you're ordering this. You've gotten so many versions of Friday the 13th. I'm like, Dad, this is me. Friday the 13th is my favorite franchise. In high school, I was on the school newspaper. I wrote a 13-page article on Friday the 13th on the films that were, to that point, that were up there at that point, like review. I wish I still had that, actually. Amy, even better. So you look there, you got. It's the best way to go. Now I got this one last year because I have the remake here somewhere. Oh, it's not on here. Because I really do like the remake. I thought it was definitely really solid, cool remake, and I like that. Not everybody likes it. I get that, but I'm not everybody. I'm me, and I actually really enjoyed it. Those damn enchiladas! I love Demon, man. Almost. And that's some decent kills. A friend of mine, a really nice guy, like Sheldon, and he's like really good with like mask makeup. He's done really cool like Jason, like full body suits and stuff like that. Extremely talented guy. He was not a big fan of the Friday 13th remake, but he had a good reason for it, and his reasoning behind it was in Friday the 13th, in a Friday the 13th film, Jason puts his hand like through you, and he grabs your heart out, and then he squeezes it, type of thing. And in the remake, they just do the basic kill, and they don't go that's one step above. That makes it Friday the 13th for him, and I get that, I understand that. But I actually found it really fun, and I did not know the girl was going to get killed. Yes, a 3D Blu-ray. So do we know yet, for 100% sure, if that's real 3D or it's just a brand new anaglyph version? Because that's going to be like, I want to see both on there. I want to see real 3D, but I also want to see an anaglyph for people that don't have a 3D television set or don't have or don't have like PlayStation VR. No, I think the limited like number of this is basically because this is not just Scream Factory working on this to get it. They had to get like the rights from New Line. They had to go for rights from Paramount, and I'm guessing this wasn't the easiest thing to put together at a time when Friday the 13th is so up in the air. So they would have had to have like the people that are in litigation agree as well for this set to come out, because there's like that's right now, it's a Friday 13th video game. They can't put out any new content because basically there's a lawsuit going on between the writer of Friday 13th, Victor Miller, and the creator of Friday 13th, Sean S. Cunningham. 13,000 sets, with the first 7,000 sets though having the poster and the lithograph. I'm guessing so many sets have been put across for like Amazon and Diabolique and places like that. Order if you're going to order from a place like Amazon or anything like that, please order early. Uh, you're not going to have to pay right away. Now, if you're like me, Andy, you probably saw the Friday 13th 3D in the theater, and you'll remember how good the 3D was. It was amazing 3D actually in the theater back in the time, and that was like what I consider really real 3D that comes out at the screen. I don't consider this kind of like this picture book 3D that we get now, where it's like, oh look, there's more depth in the background. I don't give a crap about that. If I go to see a 3D movie, you better fly something out of my face, because I'm going to be sorely disappointed if you don't. Yeah, I think it's going to sell fast. I mean, I don't know if it's going to sell out right away. 13,000 is a lot of copies. But that being said, man, I didn't know Rad was going to sell as fast as it did, and it did. You don't see with or Sam. The thing with Amazon, they don't charge you until just before the movie ships. It ships. So with if you order from like Screen Factory, obviously you're going to be charged right away, and then you get like a confirmation notice in your email telling you that you got it. And again, if you can do that, you can afford it. That's definitely the best way to go because you know that you got it 100% for sure. I ordered mine from Amazon because I can't afford to do that. But Amazon basically it'll pay, you basically pay when it ships, or usually a couple of days like prior when it's getting ready to ship. That's usually nowadays how it goes. 3D TVs are not in production, though. If you got a PlayStation 4, Christine, and you got a PSVR, I do. You can also watch 3D that way. I do have a 3D TV though. I got one in my bedroom, and I'm a huge fan of 3D. Yeah, that's the thing. This is part of my October movie budget. I knew right away, as soon as it was announced, and I like pre-announcement. Where's the sequel where the first scene's in the barn? That'll be part four, Alan, because part three ends in the barn. And for the first few films, they really kind of pick up really right after one another. Yeah, nobody. But the thing, yeah, but a lot of people didn't know what Rad was. Everybody knows what Friday the 13th is. So put that into like as well. And projector, yeah, projector has 3D. So there's a lot of projectors that have 3D as well. So there's still like the 3D option out there. I think however they do it, whether it's anograph or real 3D, I've got faith in them that they'll do it. Do I recommend Crystal? I 110% recommend Crystal Lake Memories. It is a fantastic documentary. I think it runs over 3 hours long. Not only does it talk about every single film in the franchise up to that point, but it actually talks about the Friday the 13th TV series as well, and it's quite a fascinating watch. If you can't watch it all in one setting, it's you can watch them because it goes each movie on its own. Definitely get Crystal Lake Memories. If you don't have it, it's one to get. I'm excited about the fact that Baby Herman, that the Vestrantos are going to be done for so cheap. I don't know if they're going to be as cheap here. 10 hours. Thank you, Dinesh. I knew it was a long one. I said 3 hours, didn't I? So yeah, there we go. I'm a little bit longer, so it's a bit of a... But I've watched it several times. Like several times. And I've also got the other, like remember the one that came up before, like his name is Jason? With Tom Savini doing the... doing the narration, I think, for that one. So yeah, I got that one too. I'm a huge Friday 13th fan, guys. It's like I don't joke around when it comes to Friday the 13th, and just to kind of give you an idea, because this is the one that I have on. This is my. I love this figure, by the way. Jason Lives. I wish I could have pre-ordered from Screen Factory Ragman, but I pre-ordered from Amazon because I could. Honestly, I have no money in my bank right now until I get paid. But so I wanted to make sure that I got it. But yeah, if you never collect any of these NECA figures, they're definitely really fun. They do be a bit. I was going to say on the pricey side, but for what you get, no, it's not really pricey. They're actually excellent. No, I don't think you're going to get a poster in the Amazon version. I think that's it. That's going to be exclusive to the for the Shout Factory edition. Well, the series was completely different because it wasn't really Friday 13th. The actual one of the names for the series was called Friday's Curse. Somehow, Mary, I knew you collected the NECA stuff. Uh, I would love to see your NECA room, like, because I'm guessing it's going to be impressive. If you ever go on YouTube or like do a video of that, it is a lot more to pay. I mean, like, because it goes from 146 Canadian to 156 American. And just to give you like an idea, let's bring up my XC currency here of like for those that are in the U.S. Uh, so we'll go 157 just to be sure. That's $213 Canadian. So that's for a poster and a lithograph. That's an extra $63 to pay. So that's that's you got to make that decision. Like, is the poster and lithograph, is it $63 worth? Nobody has Freddy's Nightmare TV. Well, people have bootlegs of it, but Freddy's Nightmares TV series, unfortunately, is not available to buy. There's only a couple episodes out. There's a couple that were put on VHS, and the the cheap like Nightmare on Elm Street box set that came out on Blu-ray that had 2 episodes of Freddy's Nightmares on it. I know the poster is amazing. Well, that's a good question. George asks what everybody's favorite kill out of Friday the 13th is. Mine is the kill from part 3, where the guy's walking on his hands and he gets cut down the middle. It's always been a favorite kill of mine. It makes me wince every time I watch it, and for some reason that's always been my favorite Friday the 13th kill. One of these days I'll do like maybe once the set comes out and I watch them over again, I'll do like a top 10 kill list. Kind of like we'll do like a dead meat style type of thing. Who, by the way, is fantastic with this stuff. Freddy's Nightmares, it's a bit of a legal hassle, like in getting that out. Like, but I would love to see it come out. There was only 2 seasons, but they're pretty gory too, actually. But they're pretty good. Sliding down the machete, that is a good one. I got to reopen this YouTube's comments because it froze up on me. But instead of getting your comments, I got a Marvel Strike Force ad, so we're going to have to wait. Wheelchair kill. Like classic Mario Bava. Sleeping bag kill and guitar kill. Which sleeping bag? Like the part 7 sleeping bag kill or the part X sleeping bag kill? Where it's like, we love we love drugs and premarital sex. One of my favorite scenes. Go for the hat trick and release. Now, I really think, Grindhouse, I really think that Nightmare on Elm Street is the next one. I think it's a given. And I think the fact that we got the New Line films in this Friday set is, I could be like jumping ahead. I think it's a given. Kevin Bacon's kill, definitely. The Jason punching the guy's head off, amazing kill. There's so much great stuff in the Friday the 13th series. It's a franchise that I can watch over and over and over again. I never get bored with any of the films. The frozen face kill is amazing, Herman. That's incredible. People like really rag on part 10, on Jason X, but Jason X really brought over a new audience to Friday the 13th as well. See, Jason X was really just meant as a placeholder until Jason versus Freddy came out, but kind of keeping him in the minds of the audience. But Jason X was like really played on like the fans of like sci-fi films as well that hadn't initially watched the Friday 13th films before. For those that are sci-fi fans, especially if you're a fan of sci-fi TV shows, like especially Canadian sci-fi TV shows, then you're going to know a show called Andromeda, and certain cast members of Jason X are cast members from Andromeda. And what the neat thing that they do is they switch parts. So the character that's like kind of a robotic character on Andromeda is a real life character on Jason X, and the character that's a real life character on Jason X is a robotic character on Andromeda, or kind of a robotic character. It's hard to explain, but it was a fun show. I agree with you, Amy. MPAA definitely can kiss it. I would love to see, like, I don't know if it's even available to get get some shade back. I was gonna say to get like some of the sequences that were cut out from Part 7 back into it. I'm sure if there's any way that Scream Factory can do it, they will. They may just have to do what was done before. But if there's any way to put the scenes back in the film, they would definitely. I know they do it because one thing, whether or not you like Scream Factories, like a lot of the releases or some of the sales that they do uh, right now, Scream Factory has always killed it with box sets. From the Fly box set to the Omen box set, which I got, and I recommend everybody get the Omen box set, to their Critters box set. And it's not just commentaries though. Like for me, and I will say this: am I the only? I got to ask this right now because when I was reading stuff, uh, am I the only person excited about all those Fangoria articles being on the discs? Like, am I the only person excited about the Fangoria articles? Like, if you're excited about them too, please shout out that you are, because I would like to know I'm not the only person. I don't know. I think the best sex scene kill combo, Amy, has got to go to Jason Goes to Hell uh, for the unrated cut. Thanks, Luke. Me too. That's like Dave. The Fango arcs they're really good articles, by the way. So if you've never read them before, Chris, excellent. Congratulations, man. Trust me, Christine, they're really good. You're gonna love them. See, Fango and Friday the 13th came to fruition, came together. Uh, Fango didn't really have its way when it started. They were still kind of like a Famous Monsters type of thing. They were kind of tamer and they were just finding their way. They were still a kind of shoot off a Starlog. A lot of the early articles were things that were basically stuff that you could see in Starlog magazine as well. However, when Fangoria started doing articles on Friday the 13th and Tom Savini and stuff like that, Fangoria really started becoming get its own identity, and they started to see what the fans were looking for. And we wanted to see the slasher behind the scenes stuff. We wanted to see the gore effects. We wanted to see the Tom Savinis. We wanted to see like all the cool gore stuff. And it was really Friday the 13th, in my opinion, that put Fangoria on the map. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Gorezone. Gorezone's amazing. I used to love Gorezone. I read my 13-page newspaper. Thank you, Christine. I like to read that as well. I wish I don't have it anymore. Hey, Dungeon. Exciting, man. I used to, like I mentioned on Twitter, to Heather Drain, actually, because she showed like some cracked monster mad monster party, which was like a cracked before it was like was a magazine. It was a really cool magazine, and I used to love it. But they do these like horror issues of Cracked called the Mad Monster Party, and I used to collect them, and I collected them and some Gore Zone and some Fangoria, And the area that I had them in had a flood, so I lost all of my magazines. This is a few years back, and I've never gotten them again, unfortunately. But I really want them back. I would like to have my Fangorias again and my early horror hounds and like the horror fans and stuff like that. Oh yeah, well definitely. Uh, Friday the 13th made Fangoria, in my opinion. Fango made Tom Savini a rock star. Dude, you got your own National Lampoon. I remember National Lampoons. I used to have National Lampoons. Had some early heavy metal too. I loved heavy metal magazine, which my better half knew as Metal Hurlant because she would get the ones from France. Um, Her dad would, and then she would like sneak read them. But damn, guys, there we go. Friday the 13th, the box set. It was a rumor for a long time. We saw like things slipping out, but new commentaries. The director at Americas slipped out that that the Blu-ray of there's going to be a Blu-ray edition of the unrated version of the film. That's amazing. If only they include the Tom Savini documentary. Oh, that would have been awesome, actually. I'm I got to see the Tom Savini documentary in its first form before Shutter when I was in Montreal. The premiered it before it was like completely, I guess, like polished up. I actually like the first form a bit better, but the Shutter one's actually pretty good too. Did I hear the word Sudden Fury? Sudden Fury is freaking excellent. I love that film, and it's got Dan Hennessy. And for those that don't know and that weren't here yesterday when I did my video, Dan Hennessy is the voice of your childhood. He's Braveheart from Care Bears. He's Chief Quimby from Inspector Gadget. Uh, so yeah, and I did, and that's right. Sudden Fury. I was going to say, Christine, you need Sudden Fury. It is a pretty cool film. There are going to be so many frigging unboxings of that Friday 13th set on YouTube. You know there is. Uh, I don't know anybody that's not going to have this set. And, like in all honesty, and if you're a YouTuber, like I'll do an unboxing, I guess, with my through my perspective, and hopefully bring something different from the 27,000 other unboxings. I'm sure there's going to be on YouTube for this set. But I get asked recently actually, why unbox something if like there's 5 or 6 other people or maybe 10 other people that are unboxing it too. And that's because like I watch unboxings myself, and even of movies that I got, because I think that every person that does it, like they got their own spin on it, their own take on the film. Like they're excited for it for different reasons. Um, and I'm like for me, like Friday the 13th. Like I love the original ones. Some people love the zombie Jasons. That's their favorite. But yeah, I'll be watching all the unboxings. Like much like I watch all the Vinegar Syndrome unboxings that come out during Black Friday. I'll be watching all the Severin unboxings that you see coming around. The only type of unboxings that I can't do, and I've never been able to, and it's just me, is I I can't do the ones where it's just the music and they're opening up and you're just hearing music and there's no like voiceover, there's no like talking, you don't see the person, or and it's just music playing while it's being unboxed. I can't do that. That's definitely not me. 16 discs Dungeon Studio. 16 discs. And 2 of those are bonus discs and they're not even done as well. Heath, yeah, I got to talk to Heath about this. Maybe this is something we can actually collab on about this stuff. If anybody does a, also, and like I said, like I'm doing a podcast like with Cobwebs podcast where where I'm going to be talking about a Hammer film. So if you watch this later on, you have a podcast and you want to talk Friday 13th or something like that, let me know. I suck sometimes at getting back to people. Logan Toxic knows that, but eventually I do. And ask Brian Sauer of Just a Disc, who and Pure Cinema, who does some great stuff. Hey there, Dylan. Welcome, man. Yeah, you'll love the Crystal Lake. If you've never seen the Crystal Lake Memories one, I'm not sure you have. It's a fantastic documentary, and I'm definitely going to be rewatching it in the near future because I'm super stoked about this. I need to rewatch the documentary again. I actually even need to rewatch the Halloween set again. I'm just because it took me back to how much I loved the Halloween set when it came out and how big of a deal it was for me to get that. Crystal Lake Memories isn't in the set, so you're going to need to buy that on its own. Like that, but it's worth it. It's like usually priced pretty good. It's inexpensive to buy, and I definitely recommend that you pick up the Crystal Lake Memory set. And just to let you know, one of the things is picked up two Criterions. What were they? One of the things. Hold on a sec. On the set, and I bought this on its own on DVD. Is going to be this documentary right here. Slice and Dice, the slasher film forever. So I bought this one on DVD back in the day in 88 Films, I think when I was in London, England. And it's now going to be a bonus feature on one of the discs on Blu-ray. So it's not a bad deal right there. So the Ward Wars came back in. Or did you go to the store? Yeah, I can't do obviously I can't do the Criterion sale. I've got like on eBay. Some of you guys don't know, but I'm a big like Tokusatsu fan. And if so, like on Saturday, for instance, when I did make a video, what I was doing, aside from I was feeling crappy, but I was watching Kamen Rider on because it had this like big premiere of Kamen Rider in North America for the film. And shout out to James Gunn for tweeting about Kamen Rider, by the way. And Leroy, did you watch Kamen Rider? And AME, did you watch Kamen Rider? Both of you should have watched Kamen Rider. I'm just putting that out there right now. You should be watching Kamen Rider, whether you watched it on on Shout Factory or Nerdist. Super Sentai season, excellent. There's some great stuff out there. So I got I ordered from eBay, so hopefully I'll get it. Oblum Black Lace is excellent. But let me know when you get some of the Argento stuff. By the way, I got the shipping notification with tracking number for my Lindsay Baker set, by the way. But yeah, so I ordered on eBay a while back the Power Rangers Mega Set 13 to 17. I still need 8 to 12. I got one. I've got the Mighty Morphin one, Era one, and then I got the second set, which includes Lost Galaxy, and I'm missing 8 to 12, and I pre-ordered 13 to 17, which has SPD and RPM and Jungle Fury. So I'm big. I'm a big geek for that stuff, guys. So you will see a video in the future on that stuff. And after I say my next thing that I'm going to buy is definitely the Ultraman sets. And a lot of that is like, one, I love Ultraman, but thanks to Heath's videos on those. Heath did some great videos on the Ultraman sets. Oh yes, once the Jello rabbit hole is opened up, it is such a twisty, windy road to go down. You will find so many great films. Now, so many Martinos and Argentos and Fulci and Lenzi. There's so much good stuff. The Severin box I'm so excited for. And not just like have Carol Baker, but like some of the actors that work alongside her. Evelyn Stewart's one of them. I'm a huge Evelyn Stewart fan. Don't Torture Duckling's really good. It's definitely more of a serious one. Always, I gotta say this, and I can't stress this enough. Go in blind. Don't read up on any stuff ahead of time, so that you're gonna be surprised when it happens. The Milligan set too. Do you think we'll get the Milligan set? I see. I don't know if the Milligan set will sell out, so I'll be okay with that because I think I'll be safe. But if they put it in the Black Emmanuel set, I think that will sell out. So it's gonna be hard, man. There's so much stuff coming out. September has the Forgotten Jelly Volume 2 coming out. So there's another one. Tenebrae is one of my favorites. So Tenebrae, Strange Voice of Mrs. Ward. Those two are incredible jelly. Definitely get those. Your Voice is Locked Room and Only I Have the Key. Another one that's fantastic. Tenebrae was one of my first. Deep Red. Deep Red's an amazing Jello as well. Black Emmanuel for Black Friday. It makes sense, That makes sense. I never thought of it that way, but when you said it like that, I'm like, of course. Did I ever find a live chat? Alan, I'm working on it. I've got a couple of different options. So one day when I know Logan's free, and I'm free, I think we're going to do a test out to see if it works. Would have been a great time to do it this month because the Criterion thing, and Logan is like super known for his Criterion stuff and his knowledge on that, and his Criterion song, which everybody should have listened to by now. If you're on my channel, you haven't listened to Logan Toxic's Criterion sales song. Damn, man, listen to that. He's not here now, but he was here early on in the video. Because my videos are long. Three people at a time, at least. Yeah, I think I'm going to go StreamYard. I think that's what they use for the Quizlemanias on WrestleTalk. I'm pretty sure that they're using StreamYard. So I'm probably going to go with that. That'll be I think the easiest way to do it. Thank you, Chris. I very much appreciate that. But here we go. 72 minutes is actually, for me, it's a shorter video, but I work tomorrow, and I'm super tired today. We've had a really hard day we've had a big sale at work, and sales can be very taxing. Maniac Cop Marathon's great. Even part 3, man. Give part 3 some love. I am Aaron. This is my movie library. Thank you, George. You are the call to cinema. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. Let me know what, if you want to let me know your favorite Friday the 13th, your favorite kills, all that type of stuff, and what Criterion you're picking up as well. And I will see you soon. Part 3 is one of my favorites, man. I love part 3. Because right now, it's time for tea, and then I gotta get some sleep.